Hey, good afternoon. Welcome to my channel. Today's we're going over a couple of activities that could be done in your classroom with the students to practice grammar. The name of the activity will be Order the Words. Pretty simple, right? This will help create a lot of fun within your group, and students will be very motivated and they will learn at the same time. The rules will be students are required to come to the board and read what is the sentence and come up with the answer in less than 30 seconds. It will be something like this. Hey, student number one, the student come to the board. Okay, what is the sentence? What did you do? What did you do yesterday? Okay, and the student, then we start counting. The student have less than 30 seconds to come up with the answer. Then the student will say something like, I went to the cinema and this for lost. So then they will require to put the papers in the order. I went to the cinema. Something that is very important. Students should never forget about the period. This is something that every sentence requires at the end of the sentence. Thank you. Hey, it's me again. Let's go over activity number 2. The name of this activity will be board races. This is very, very fun. I love this activity, right? Rules for this activity. We may need to select two groups. We could have maybe 5 students in each group, okay? Students may need to run to the board and work with the adjective that we have. We will have comparative adjectives. Students may need to either put the adjective with the correct form, either with ER or with the more form. Example, they may need to read, short is the first adjective. They need to write either shorter or more short, okay? Once the student have this done, then the student are required to run to their next peer or their co-worker, handle the pencil, and the co-worker or the next student may need to run back again to the board, select the next adjective and write it in the way or in the form that it should be located at. Something that could go wrong with this activity is that students walk to the board instead of running. This is a board race, so they must run to the board and be able to create the sentence or select the adjective in the correct form. At the end, we could have the students to create a sentence with the adjective to make sure that they understand the proper uses of the adjective that they work with. And obviously, if a group have everything done correctly, we could handle a couple of prizes and surprises for them. Let's go over the way how we want them to run with this activity. So then, this will be the student. The student may need to run. The first one will be short. Do we do shorter or we do more short? So then that will be shorter. So then may need to run back again, handle the pencil to his next co-worker, and then the next one may need to come. So do we do taller, or we do more tall? Okay, and these students may need to work it out until they complete the list of the adjectives that we have. This is a lot of fun. Thank you. Hey, good afternoon. It's me again. Activity number 3. The name of this activity will be Knots on Crosses. I'm sure that you guys are familiar with the rules for this game, but let's go over those again. We may need to have groups of students selected where one of the groups will represent the knots, the other groups will represent the crosses, okay? The first group that are able to have either 3 crosses vertically, horizontally, or diagonally will be the winner team. Okay, we will use different tense for sentence, and the students may need to come up with either I'll say the student may need to come up with a sentence either in the present continuous, past continuous, simple present tense, whatever information that they will be selecting in the board that we have. Okay? Make sure that your students understand the rules, okay, of the game. The rules again will be this one. This will be rule number 1. Another rule will be make sure that you select the students that will be given the answer, because we know we may have students a little bit more smarter that they understand perfectly the sentence or the sentence structures, okay, and we may have students that maybe not, and then the students that don't understand may just rely on the student that understand correctly and want them to be able to give you all of the responses, and this way we won't have all of the students engaging and learning at the same time. So make sure that they understand that you will be the one required to select the agent that will come to the board and give you the answer that you are looking for. So let's go over with one of the examples. For example, the first student say that they want this particular section, right? So then what we will do, we will just uncover this, and this is asking you to provide a sentence in the past continuous, and this would be a question sentence. So the student could come up with the question, what we want them to ask. So a proper sentence in this past continuous will be, what were you doing? That would be a correct answer. So then if the agent come up with this answer, the agent then have the point. So then student number 2. The student number 2 then selected this one. So then this will be another question, but this will be in present continuous. So then the student may need to come up with the question in the present continuous. So then that will be, is you reading? No, that's wrong. Let's go with the next group. What will be your question in the present continuous? So then the agent will say, the student will say, where are you going? Right? Where are you going? Yes, where? They have the point. So then that will be in this section. So then we may need to correct the students or the group that have it wrong. We don't say, is you reading? Right? That's not the proper way to say that, right? So then we may need to tell them that it's not is you, it's are you reading? So that's the reason that they have it wrong. So then we may need to continue until we have a group that basically have the form selected as we discussed earlier. Thank you. Hey, good afternoon, me again. Okay, I just wanted to share with you the English alphabet that I created for my first grade students. Pretty simple. I use a lot of colors because one of the things that I think that it's important when you're working with small kids, it's to have things using a lot of colors. This will draw a lot their attention and they will be more engaged with the class that you're providing at the time. I use very inexpensive instruments, right? I had those sticky notes, those sticky papers, and I just draw the letter and cut them and add them into the board. Okay, and this is the alphabet that was created, different colors for each letter. And I write the pronunciation for each one of them close to the letter. This way agents or students understand how do you pronounce the letter, and they will be familiar seeing the letter and with the pronunciation as well. Thank you.